It's week 2 of the NFL, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Texans and the Jets, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right?
2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he...
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Play action. Here's Stroud. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. Touchdown, Jets! Garrett Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 17 carries, 60 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments in how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
The second down throw now from Stroud. The left side caught by Diggs. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now Stroud. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape.
Under pressure, they got him again. Hassan Reddick, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Will Anderson, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes. No one over pursuit.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Throwing is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. This one deep for Wilson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson with his second touchdown here this first half. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. First and 10, it's Stroud. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a third person in the area and and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Rodgers now to throw. They'll find Lazard here over the middle. And the Jets are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Rodgers to throw once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on third down.
Rodgers now on third and goal. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Williams, the man in motion left. There's a fake on the Jets sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and it's the Dolphins who have the lead in that one. Cedric Wilson, a touchdown reception. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. KJ Osborne, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. 2 touchdowns in that ball game for Kyron Williams. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Aaron Rodgers. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing now is Rodgers. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. Now Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their 1st possession of the 2nd half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing now is Stroud. Steps away to his left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Now a give, right side Swift. Oh, heck of a move. Man. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
2nd and 7. Stroud.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here comes third and the length of the football. Stroud working out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. On 1st down, here's Stroud. Happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Here's Swift. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Swift. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. Here's 2nd and 7. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Stroud will look to throw once more. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Let's go offense. This is your game to win, offense.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
From the gun, here's Abanikanda.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And right side, they're going to go option here. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Giants.